Alrighty, we're doing another vintage cube draft, and once again we're playing the version without time vault and initiative. I've been enjoying that, so I've been pushing for that this week, and ooh, look at this. Not power, but pretty much about as good. Flash is one of the best cards in the cube to open, and there's a Torsten there that I have a pretty good chance of wheeling, because Flage, once upon a time, the secret's actually out on this card. It always gets taken now, which is good. That's what it should be. Flage, once upon a time, Ketria Triumph, Narset, I think are pretty close to locks, and I just need three people to decide they want Scrubland, Trinket Mage, Knight's Whisper, Usher, Backstreet, Zenith. Yeah, I don't think it's a lock that Torsten wheels, but it's a pretty good chance. And then I'm passing to the dog. Oh, he's taking Flage. He's taking Flage or Narset. It depends on which Sandy dog. You flip a coin at the start of every draft. You either get blue-black combo Sandy or Boros Sandy. And I'm going to go ahead and take Flash here, and then follow it up with who? Best card, Solitude. It doesn't really play with Flash. Rumble's kind of nice in Flash deck. Same with Shallow Grave. But honestly, I might just take Brainstorm. And it sounds weird, but let me explain. I think that Brainstorm is actually kind of underrated. It's a really good cantrip. And I don't think you're supposed to be second picking Shallow Graves or Rumbles if you can avoid it. I just don't think they're quite strong enough. I think taking Fire Covenant, taking Solitude, Guide of Souls, Xander's Lounge isn't crazy either. All fine. Or Brainstorm, of course. I am going to select Brainstorm. I think once you have Flash, card selection is really good. And this works nicely. Sometimes you want cards not in your hand. You want them on top of your deck or back in your deck if you're playing Reanimator and have cards like Entomb, which once you have Flash, you should go for that. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to see what I can combine that with. Probably a fetch land here. As much as I love Volcanic Island, fetch land is great with Brainstorm, and a black fetch is still pretty good. It's not like Flash necessarily goes blue-red anyway. Blue-black is probably more common. Passing a Persist and a Deluge are both pretty strong, but I think a fetch land is just way too good to pass up. And then here, there's a Trop, which is decent. There's Solitude, which is kind of nice. I don't really want Liliana. Don't really want a Braid. Trop isn't fetchable by March Flats, unfortunately. There's also Sedgemore Witch, but I only play that combo. That's the Chain of Smog combo if I get the pieces relatively late. I don't think it's worth taking early. I'll just take Solitude or Subtlety. It's just free spells. Free spells are good. Here, Darkslick Shores and Blood Crypt and Doomsday. Darkslick Shores, blue-black is definitely better. I'd take a blue-black duel over a red-black duel, but with Marsh Flats, you can actually fetch Blood Crypt, so I kind of feel like I should take that here. Even, there's a lot of places I end up where I think just having the fetchable land is more important, so I'll pass on, oh wow, here's some good cards. Pass on Darkslick Shores there, and here there's a Wooded Foothills and a Watery Grave. I think I just take Watery Grave. Just turns on the Marsh Flats. Can't really take Pyrokinesis. I think Wooded Foothills just won't end up being as important for my mana base as taking Watery Grave. And I do like Oculus, but I wouldn't take it here. Here I'll probably take Infernal Grasp or Unholy Heat. They're both good. Given that I have Blood Crypt and Marsh Flats as fetches, I kind of want to just take Unholy Heat. I think Unholy Heat's kind of better. I am a little bit, I've got three black lands and two red lands, but I'm still just going to take the Unholy Heat. And then here, I should probably just take Life Death here, given that I have Flash. There's also Teferi. There's also Overgrown Tomb or Raucous Theater, but I'll take a Reanimate spell. All right, let's see if Torsten wheeled. I haven't seen anything else for Reanimation. I'm not necessarily saying it's cut. It could have just been I haven't seen the cards for it, but I can't say that I'm feeling super confident about this. I guess if there was like a more powerful blue-red card. Oh, Torsten wheeled. Okay, great. Never mind. All is well in the universe. The fact that Torsten wheeled and Alpha Deathclaw means that, and Goryo's Vengeance means it's not that I think Reanimate was getting cut. I just wasn't getting the cards for it, and getting Torsten back makes me feel a lot less bad about that. Oh, wow. Shallow Grave's back, so's Treasure Cruise. Kind of both good, but Xander's Lounge is still there, and honestly, just taking that and having really good Grixis mana, I think I like that. Now I have all the Grixis lands. The Marsh Flats can get all of them. I think that feels pretty good, because I could also end up, the Life Death, whatever, I'll take a K command. I don't like Persist that much. It's only good with Archon pretty much. So I'm happy enough just taking K command. I could just be like kind of like Grixis Control with Flash, and maybe I don't end up playing Life Death. I don't know. I would like to just be full on Reanimator, but I think that there's some options here. Okay, that's a late Terra Sunder. And Liliana and Sedgemore Witch. All these cards look pretty good. I guess I'll just take Liliana. Maybe I will play that. Oh, Darkslick Shores came back? Okay. Well, I feel like my colors are open. And the deck I want to draft. Oh, wow. Oculus came back? That makes me feel even better about taking Xander's Lounge, because if I'd taken Treasure Cruise over Lounge, you don't really want 2 delve effects. And this is basically a delve card. So having 1 is pretty nice. All right. And, Animate Dead and Entomb. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's tough. I think there's also Spell Pierce, but I can't really justify that. And Through the Breach. I think I should just take Entomb here. I already have Life Death. Entomb is definitely more of a busted card. All right, I'll take it. It's more of a Reanimator card. Like, Animate Dead is good. Like, Animate Dead is not going to wheel, but I don't think Entomb wheels that often either. And I think I'd rather have Entomb over an Animate when I already have 1 Animate. It is pretty close, though. But I selected Entomb here, and I hope it works out. Unholy Heat over Infernal Grasp has kind of worked out, given that I have Xander's Lounge, Marsh Flats, Blood Crypt. It feels like splashing's not going to be too bad. All right, well, we're slamming Archon here. I still have Life Death. Flash is a way to get it into the graveyard. There's Emperor Bones that's probably not going to come back, but I mean, we are now full on Reanimator. All right, and here there's a Fairy Mastermind, a Hymn to Turok, a Time Twister. I do like Time Twister, but and there's a Wasteland, I guess, and a Talisman, and a Shelldock. I don't really want Shelldock that much. I kind of just want Fairy Mastermind. I like Fairy Mastermind a good amount, though. My mana is actually pretty good. Let's just take him. When you have the mana for him, I think the card is quite strong. And then here, there's Underground Sea, Mana Leak, Bitter Triumph, Worldspine Worm to go with Flash, and Lotus Petal. This is a pretty strong pack. If I take Mana Leak, there's Fatal Push, Underground Sea, Bitter Triumph, Strip Mine, Lotus Petal. That's 5. I just need someone to take Questing Beast, Sentinel, Bayou, Seam Rip, 2 of those. And assuming PO doesn't get taken this particular time. How greedy is it? I guess the thing is, if Worm doesn't wheel, so one of Bitter Triumph or Fatal Push might. I'm going to take the Mana Leak here. I feel like that is actually going to be fine. And then here, oops, that's not what I want to do. I'd probably just take JVP. This looks like actually a pretty strong setup for Jace. I don't really need the Undercity Sewers too much. Now there's Chain of Smog for that deck. There's a VV. Wouldn't be completely crazy to play VV in this deck. I could take Chain of Smog in case I get Witherbloom. The Sedgemoor Witch is gone, but that's also the worst combo anyway, I think. Or I could just take Fresh Start. Would I want VV in this deck? I mean, VV's a pretty strong card. I don't know. I think I'll just take that. I've got the ability to splash red pretty easily. Here I'll take Brazen Borrower. I don't really care about Carnage Interpreter, and Rafine's Tower is not that impressive of a land. Okay, I'll take Cut Down. Cheap removal is always good. All right. We'll see if the Worldspine Worm wheels, but one thing I kind of like about this deck is I have the Reanimate stuff, but now with Oculus, VV, Subtlety, some counters, Cut Down, like I actually feel like, well, some counters is generous, a counter, Cut Down. I feel like, now I'll take Through the Breach here. I don't think I'd take Fallen Shinobi, but I feel like I can play a mid-range deck okay. Unearth actually might be better. Unearth is great with Oculus, VV, and Jace. Let's just do that. No, Through the Breach is good. I have Archon and Torstone are both pretty nice to breach. Let's just take that. Probably take Skydiver over Burst Lightning. I already have an Unholy Heat and a Cut Down, so I have some good small creature removal. Oh, Mastermind came back? I like that. Okay. Fallen Shinobi actually kind of would have made it in, but that's all right. All right, Worldspine Worm. Come on, dog. You can do it. You can ship me a Worldspine. The thing is, not having Mana Leak is just so big. No Worldspine. All right, I'll take the Bayou in case I end up wanting to splash green. Part of it is Worldspine doesn't work with many of the other Animate stuff, though it actually does work Through the Breach. So I think having like Life Death, and I'm hopefully going to get another Animate spell that'll work with my other Animate cards, is pretty important. Here, I guess I'll just hate the Curator. I could take Cankerbloom and actually play it, but I have a Marsh Flats and a Bayou, but... Oh, wow. So, Fatal Push and Worm and Bitter Triumph all got taken. All right, that is definitely a thing that can happen. Liliana doesn't look amazing here. It was possible I want to run it, but I took him over Fairy Mastermind and wheeled the Fairy Mastermind anyway, so that wasn't too much of a cost, I wouldn't say. And gonna get 2 more cards out of this pack. Oh, a fresh start. Yeah, I could definitely play that. And going into pack 3, I could use some animates. Could use some discard. I guess I just have the hymn. My mana's looking pretty good. Wheeling Darkslick Shores and Xander's Lounge was pretty nice. And I don't think I want to play Yavimaya. All right. Pack 3 time. What do we got? We opened Minsk and Boo and Urza and Parallax Wave, so just a bunch of cards that I can't play. All right, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just take a Cult Epiphany. It is actually a pretty good card. I feel like this deck will use it fairly nicely. It just doesn't seem like putting Urza in my deck is going to be any good. Minsk and Boo. I guess I could try to splash Minsk and Boo, but I don't really want to do that all that much. All right, boom, Reanimate. Sorry, Library. I got to take Reanimate. Over Fable, too. Okay, well, really could use an Atroxa. That would be like one of the best cards I could see. Corpse Dance could be a nice wheel too. But Atroxa, Sin, Alpha Deathclaw's already gone. Vaultborn Tyrant would be pretty solid. Just some good big creatures. Passing Library Fable here is good. But I'll probably get Corpse Dance back, and if not, maybe one of the Collective Brutality Freebooter type deals. Not sure. Could use another counter spell. If I get one more counter, then I feel like I could play mid-range decently well. Well, getting a Thoughtseize is pretty good. I mean, Necromancy is great and all, but I'm definitely taking Thoughtseize over Probe and Misty Rainforest. Necromancy. Thoughtseize is awesome. Misty would be good in this deck too, but take Thoughtseize and not really a Wheel of Fortune or Ancient Tomb deck. I'll take Barrowgoyf. Probably be a pretty solid Barrowgoyf deck. Palantir is also good in this kind of deck, but Barrowgoyf it is. Elegy Acolyte? Maybe. Who knows? Here, oh, there's a sneak. Now I wish I took that Worldspine Worm. No, the Mana Leak's really important. There's also Miscalc. Honestly, I think I just take Miscalc. I already have 1 Through the Breach. I only have 2 creatures. Miscalc I think will be better. There's also Cogwork, but it's pack 3, pick 5, so I assume Miscalc's better. And then here I just take Malcolm. Very big Malcolm fan. Over, yeah, a bunch of stuff that's not nearly as good. All right, one more creature. Can I get one more big creature? Oh, Sin Spear's Punishment. Okay. Yeah, I do think I want this over Grief. I do have Reanimate for Grief and Life Death, I guess, but it's also Iteration is a kind of nice card. And Spellseeker, but I don't know. I feel like having one more big creature will be pretty nice. And here I can cut Fresh Start probably, K-Command. I think I want to splash red. Do I want this VV? I don't know if I want the VV or not. Oh, I can cut the Skydiver. Okay, so this is now 16 lands. Okay, I'll figure this out. And here, I don't really like Mirror Battle Ball that much. Storm Chaser's Talent could be good. Actually, I'm just going to hate the Endurance. I don't care about playing any of those other cards. Endurance really messed up against this deck. And yeah, nothing too interesting came back. I guess I'll just pass all the green cards and hate the Grist. I don't know. Well, that's also a green card. I could hate Eagles, I suppose. Okay, Corpse Dance did come back. It's pretty good with Archon. It can be good with Sin. It's not particularly great with Torsten. I have Reanimate, Life Death, Flash. There's also Urborg. Yeah, I'll take the Corpse Dance. I don't know if I want to run Corpse Dance, but I'll certainly consider it. And Faithless Looting is kind of nice. I don't know. I could see wanting to run that one too. So I guess I need to cut some cards here, huh? This is 14. I need to cut like 2. I don't mind playing 16, especially if I end up playing Brainstorm plus Faithless Looting. I guess I could cut the Corpse Dance and probably cut one of these things. Maybe just the Fairy Mastermind. Okay. Then here, will I play Elegy Acolyte? I might side this in. I'm not too worried about passing a tracker, like Cauldron or any of those things. And here, I guess I'll take the land. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I'm playing. This is Sandy. Never mind. I should have just taken the Descendant of Storms. Not that I mind playing against that card or whatever, but I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that I'm passing to Sandy, and there's a pretty good chance he's playing white-red. Yeah, Heritage Reclamation is more likely to get me, I think. I could play the Generosent. I have a Bayou, but I don't think that would really help me all that much. Same with Ren and 6 here. All right. All right, this is a pretty easy build. I cut Fresh Start, Skydiver, Fairy Mastermind, Corpse Dance, Liliana, and I'm just running these. It's possible I want Corpse Dance in. The problem is it's just not that good with Torsten. It's okay with Sin if we have something else good, but I'm going to try it like this with Cut Down, Unholy Heat, Him, Thoughtseize, Mana Leak, Miscalc. Pretty good amount of disruption, actually. I think Sandy's on combo, by the way, because Sandy did not take Parallax Wave or Othari. All right, well, I'm going to keep this hand. I'm on the draw. There's a chance I want to just discard Torsten on turn 1 and reanimate it, but I guess with Jason hand, I feel like I can just do that on turn 3 and not miss a bunch of land drops. The downside is, oh, Sandy red aggro, maybe? Huh. Well, the downside is Jace is vulnerable to dying in that scenario. I think I am still just going to go it that way, though. The problem I have is reanimating Torsten on turn 2 after missing a land drop isn't even that good. So let's just try to play out the game here. Let's see what this is. Mountain Manifold. I mean, Sandy could still be playing white, but I don't think it's very likely. Oh, never mind. Okay. Just had bigger fish to fry than Parallax Wave. I'm surprised. Screaming Nemesis. And Luminarch. Okay. Well, I'm going to go Jace. I'm glad I didn't discard because I guess reanimating this and then trying to block Screaming Nemesis I don't think would work very well. Let's hope Sandy does not have a removal spell in hand. It's not even clear to me that reanimating Torsten or Sin is going to be amazing here. I really hope to draw Archon or Entomb and then Jason to black mana or something like that. Really needed to be on the play for this one. Because I play Jace, he plays these two things. No, he's just going to kill Jace or something. Even if he doesn't, he's attacking me for like at least 6. Okay, maybe Jace doesn't die. Discards. Intrepid Adversary. All right. Put a counter on the Aspirant, so you can attack with that one as well. Hit for 6. I go to 10. Yeah. All right. I need Archon pretty badly here. Well, now I could draw Entomb, I guess. There's Archon. All right. Well, reanimate Archon. I go to 2, but I eat a creature, then go back up to 5. I still have to draw a removal spell for Nemesis here, but I've got a couple that give me outs here. I guess he just sacks the FOMO, puts the counter on the Nemesis, and then attacks for 5. So probably going to lose unless I draw a cheap creature or something here, or a removal spell. Okay, Faithless Looting. Well, I'm dead right now because the Nemesis attacks and just kills me. I'm going to get Blood Crypt, pay 2 life, and cast Looting. I'm not sure what I'm looking for here. All right, wasn't enough. All right, down a game. Playing against red-white. I guess a 4/4 lifelinker is probably fine in a fresh start. And what do I want to cut? I mean, I could cut the VV. I think that one seems a little bit harder to get going. And I guess cut him. Feels like most of the time him to Turok is not going to be that good in the matchup. All right. On the play here. Play against the dog. And unfortunately on the play, turn 1 go, turn 2 discard does not seem like the jam. All right. I mean, I think I'm supposed to keep this. And I guess put back an island. If I draw Entomb, it's a little worse because I can only get Sin. But if I draw Flash or a discard outlet, then I'm pretty much golden. Need to draw Faithless Looting, Jace. Pretty much anything that helps me. Faithless Looting, Jace, Flash. Thoughtseize would actually do it. Malcolm. Through the Breach eventually does it. Brainstorm is actually a fine draw. Oh, I guess because of Brainstorm I could wait on fetching. But getting a tapped Xander's Lounge is pretty nice. That's the land I want to get. Okay. Let's see. Keeps it on top. How lucky. Xander's Lounge. Draw. Let's go. Yeah. It's not the worst card in the world against Sandy specifically, but it doesn't do a lot for me. I guess I could eventually start waiting to just try to discard. It's not like I have any plays to make anyway, but that doesn't sound great to me. I'd have to go draw to 6, draw to 7, draw to 8. Oh yeah, Reanimator's great. Entomb is great. Just take those cards. You'll do great. I don't know. Every time I draft Entomb and Reanimation spells, I even have like Flash in this deck, and Flash is awesome. It's just, we'll see. I mean, I'm down 0-1. We have a lot of draft left to go. Maybe this deck 3-0s. Who knows? But this game and games like that have been a lot of my experience playing Reanimator. That's all I'm saying. All right. I mean, Sandy put a card on top, so I imagine he got a 2-drop. I can't. It's one I can't even kill. All right. Let's draw for turn. No, I just have to keep playing my lands, because if I draw through the breach, having my lands played is pretty good. It's not just I can't kill his 2-drop with cut down. It's so brutal, because now he's going to get to copter me, and not much I can do about it. FOMO. There's just no point in using cut down right now, because he can just cruise copter whenever, so let him do his thing. Do I even cut down end of turn? It's good if I draw a Brainstorm or Faithless Looting and want to spend my mana otherwise. I guess it's pretty good if I draw Elegy Acolyte, because that's a 4-drop. He's discarded a bunch of lands. I imagine he's going to still play a land. Yeah, I think I cut down now. The downside is if I animate Archon next turn, then there's nothing to sacrifice, but what are the odds of that? Oh, that was actually a really nice draw. Wow. Subtlety was incredible, because not only because I used cut down, Sandy has to play a creature in order to get Copter going. This answers that creature and then blocks Copter afterwards. Okay. I'm glad I played my lands out. It would have been a disaster if I hadn't been. Expensive creature. Unfortunately not, but not much I can do about that. I still have to run it here. And does Sandy want to draw that card? I wouldn't be surprised if the answer is no. I guess playing this with Kicker, puts it on the bottom, yeah. I was going to say playing that with Kicker could let the Copter attack, but is this going to be Luminarch? Oh no, it's Felia. Okay. I guess we're looking for trade. Yeah, sure. He's got a Felia in play. It's not like I can block anyway. All right. Flash. Looting. Entomb would still be at least decent, though, obviously. Yeah, no, Entomb would be pretty good. Brazy B. Right. I'm just going to pass. I don't think life-deathing my subtlety is going to be a very good play here. Sandy might play something worth blinking first, then I can like Brazen Bar with Ophelia. We'll see. Oh, it's just playing Screaming Nemesis. Okay. I assume no flickering. Petty Theft on Screaming Nemesis. Not a great play, but got nothing else. All right. I guess I'm just take 5 down to 9. But if I life death the subtlety, it just gets blinked by Felia. It doesn't really help anything. All right. Subtlety was a good draw. It killed 2 things. That was nice. But everything else has worked out badly, and I think I'm going to lose. If I draw Flash exactly, That'd be really nice because I can flash in Archon, get the trigger, and then reanimate it. All right. So I'd go to 7 after all was said and done. 7 with after getting 2 Archon triggers probably does the trick here. If I draw Faithless Looting, it's a little bit dicier. I'll just still cast the bar where I don't really see a reason not to. Last turn that would have been good. I could have countered Screaming Nemesis. Now I think I just have to cycle it. Oh, okay. So I could flash. Archon, or I could flash Torsten. So if I flash Archon, I go to 12, Sandy sacks one of these two, probably Felia. If I draw a land, I can put Archon back into play and go to 7. And if I miss on lands, I get a spell. If I flash Torsten, I could do it right away. I don't really want to life death the Torsten, but I would just be at 9. I get 7 tokens. I can triple block. Yeah, it actually seems like I'm more likely to win if I just go flash, put in Torsten here. Because I'm just going to build up towards casting Archon, and I might not even cast Life Death. Because I do want to hit my land drop this turn. Sandy deciding to do something. It does show Sandy that I've got a bunch of creatures to block with, but I think hitting my land drop is important enough. So, and a Barrowglyph, okay. And land. I don't think I want a life death here. I wish I had. Oh, I should be playing my Bayou. I will change that in future games after sideboarding. There's just the downside of getting wastelanded is minimal compared to sometimes you will cast life and attack with all your lands. I didn't really consider that. All right, well, next turn I get to cast life death, or if I want, but most likely Barrowglyph, and then the turn after that I get to cast Archon. I can't even draw through the breach. It's on the bottom of my deck for this Archon. I'm at 9. 9's a pretty good amount of life. I hope Sandy doesn't have a way to give flying or something. Mana Vault, that's a little scary. What are we casting with this Mana Vault? Headliner Scarlet obviously just kills me. 5 mana? Minsk and Boo, Timeless Heroes. Okay. What are we doing with this? Magda. The Magda doesn't do too much by itself here. Okay, so just attack with everything and blink a token, I guess. No. 9 to 5, 6. I want to kill the token, so let's see. I think I just block like this. I take 7 going to 2, but then I have to deal with Screaming Nemesis. I could triple block, or I could quad block that. I don't think I want Felia to be in play. Yeah, I think I'll just do this, go to 2. I don't like this spot, trust me. I kind of need to draw something here. No? All right, well. Attack Minsk and Boo. If Minsk and Boo remains, I'm probably going to lose. I am probably going to lose anyways. Minsk and Boo, huh? I mean, the reason I lost is that I spent turns basically like 2 through 6 doing nothing. I cast a Subtlety, but it's just turn 7 Flash Torsten is just not going to do it a lot of the time. Had I drawn the land, I don't know if I was drawing the land and could have run the like double Archon trick. That would have been kind of interesting at least. All right, let's put a Barrowglyph into play and pass the turn. If Sandy doesn't have an answer to Barrowglyph, then I've got moves here because It's a 6/7. I could just block the Screaming Nemesis. I go up to 8. And he's Screaming Nemesis is me down, but he's just tapping something. We're just dead here. There's just no shot. Flage, yeah. All right. All right. Time for round 2 here. And yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. And now I just need to draw an animation spell or a big creature. Either one. Can't wait. I'll play Sanders Lounge, pass. Playing against kind of like Teamer with like Uro, Loot, random dorks, some counter magic. So let's see. Dark-Six Shores, pass the turn. All right, Brainstorm's a nice draw. Brainstorm plus Entomb as a shuffle effect. I'm still just going to run out Malcolm here. And see what's up. If I get countered, I get countered. Jules. Okay, Malcolm hits. Oh, Hinted Turok's kind of nice too. Let's attack with the Malcolm first. See if I can get a little taste here. Okay. It's pretty nice. Let's just go land, go. Unholy Heat's probably the next card I want to discard. Gonna see. Firebolt? Okay. Almost assuredly has counter magic in hand. I'm gonna Brainstorm end of turn. Nice. Let's put back Miscalc and Heat and then cast Entomb. See if this gets countered. I really don't care if it does. Lose focus. Oh, great. Okay. So now draw, land, flash, put in Torsten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm gonna have to discard. I hit 6. Okay. Make 7 1/1s. I could him or leave up mana. I have 9 cards. I'll just discard 2 cards. It's fine. Discard 2 lands. Should be okay. I like leaving up Mana Leak and Brazen Borrower. And then next turn I can go him plus Barrowgoy for something along those lines. All right, well, when the deck works, the deck is probably pretty good. Expressive Iteration, sure. Can't say that's too worrisome. Look, Swamp, huh? I assume my opponent's going to do something here. But who knows? Wow, the Miscalc was actually the only card I didn't hit. The only card I knew was the only not miss on Torsten. That's really funny. I mean, when you've got 7 1/1s out and your opponent doesn't have anything, they usually are kind of forced to do something. Yeah, they don't like their options. Okay. Attack for 7 here. Swamp, and I think him to Turok. Feels like that could lead to some nice things. Discarding Flame Slash and Eshki Dragonclaw. Sure. Pass the turn. Still have up Mana Leak. Could also just hardcast Borrower at some point here. If they don't do anything. And I have Barrowgoyf coming. Extremely Teamer energy over there. Okay, so I have a lot of cards in hand. A 3 mana play. Okay, I can't Mana Leak that. What are they getting back? None of those cards didn't do that much. Iteration. Fair. If they cast Iteration this turn, I'm just going to allow it. And then end of turn, just play Brazen Borrower. It's not even lethal, but still does a lot. And Soul Guide is the exiled card. Yeah, sure. Soul Guide isn't really going to do that much for them anymore. I assume you exile Torsten? Oh, they had Flash. Well, cast Brazen Borrower. Oh, actually, this is lethal. Never mind. I lied. VV. Unholy Heat, the Eternal Witness. Ping you down to 10 and attack you for 10. Woo! We got a game. Let's go. We are up a game here. All it took was flash in the opener and set up, what, a turn 4 flash? But that was with, like, after, you know, playing against a counterspell and stuff. So, all right, that worked out. Sideboard against Teamer. Didn't really see a reason for Thieving Skydiver. Liliana can be okay in this kind of matchup, but I have some decent removal. Don't think I want Elegy Acolyte. Cake Man, yeah. Oh, I got to put this Bayou in, though. That was just a freebie I missed out on. Oh, and I guess I could also technically cast 6 or Sin with it, too. So, yeah, a lot of reasons. This is a one land brainstorm hand that I don't think is worth the risk, because look, if I had an animate spell and a Faithless Looting and an Archon, that'd be one thing, but I don't really have that much here. All right, I guess I'll keep this. I'm just going to put back Swamp. I mean, I could put back Oculus, but this deck doesn't have that many cards that cost more than like a couple mana, so I'd rather just... Oh. I could Thoughtseize myself and just make a turn 2 Torsten. The problem I have with that is I'm playing against a deck with Counter Magic and Soul Guide Lantern. It seems really bad. I'm not even going to Thoughtseize yet because most of the time I don't really need to on turn 1. Storm Chaser's Talent. All right, any flash? Any flash action? Oh, they left the card on top, huh? Okay. Xander's Lounge. Subtlety. Not amazing either. Thoughtseize you. Galvanic Discharge in all lands? Okay. Interesting. I guess I could have gone for it. What would they keep on top? Iteration? Alright, well, I'm just going to kill that thing now before it hit a 0 or something. I guess I shouldn't F6. I will decline to F6 with Subtlety in hand, though. I can't really imagine subtletying something here either. All right, Faithless Looting. Flash. Flash would obviously be the nuts. I mean, something like Brainstorm could be good. Entomb would also be nice. They hit Mox Jet. Nice. Look at you. And then play Breeding Pool. And then they're going to Storm Chasers back Iteration. Wow. If they didn't find Iteration, their hand was doing nothing. Okay. Pass the turn. This is nice, too, because now they're going to spend their turn using Storm Chasers, so it's not like I even get to use my Mana Leak mana. Yeah. Another 5 mana in play, and I have 2. Nice. I'm not trying to get to 8 cards to discard. I think I'd rather get to hardcasting Subtlety, maybe. Can't even Mana Leak the Iteration. You have 2 lands in hand and a million other cards. Again, average Reanimator game. Just no cards that do anything. I mean, I could have gone for Thoughtseize myself, but like, I don't like... Oh, finally. I can Mana Leak it. I don't like making a play where if they just have one of multiple cards that I've seen in another deck, I just throw multiple cards of my own cards away. That does not seem great. All right, well... Faithless Looting, now that they have a counter up, but I gotta run it. Discard Swamp, Torsten. Death on Torsten. Oh, nice. Okay. And I hit 4 lands. We take those. Play an island, pass the turn. And now I've got enough cards in graveyard to Oculus. So if I have to Subtlety this turn, I'm probably pitching Jace. Okay, they didn't have the loose focus. Nice. I had to kind of play as if they didn't. I have a 7/7. They also kind of want to do something about that, I would imagine. Huh. I guess I have to exile my Faithless Looting here. That's okay. What do they got? Red mana. Kicking things off with red. They still have Waterlogged Grove in hand? Uro? No, that's not how you tap for Uro. Loot. This looks like loot. All right, Subtlety. Exile Jace. Loot is a strong card. I don't really want to see it in play right now. They do get to put it on top, but I still get a turn without it. All right, well, it's unfortunate because I was hoping for any spell, but I guess I'll hit, play Island, play Oculus, and I can leave Faithless Looting in the graveyard. Nice. I mean, Faithless Looting is going to be pretty nice. Oh, did I miscount? I guess I did. So instead of land, I should have left Jace in the graveyard, probably. Yeah, not a big deal. Oh, dismember the Oculus. Dang, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping Oculus would do something. I don't think I'm going to beat Loot with Torsten here. They get to hit for 4, draw 3 cards, hit for 4, bolt me. Probably want to tap a blue, but yeah. And Loot is going to hit the board here. Well, the Dismember would have been doing okay. Iteration with the Storm Chasers really went hard. Mostly it was just like I wasn't doing anything, so it's like my opponent doing something is not going to be like a huge shock. And they're deciding whether to draw 3 or what. Maybe add mana, I guess. That could be an issue. So what am I hoping to draw next turn? 9. I mean, I guess I could Faithless Looting into something. More lands, nice. I mean, I'm going to attack with Torsten. I don't really see a way around that. All right, they go to 2. Play Barrow-Goyf, and I assume lose. I don't literally lose on board here, but I mean, I'm not going to win. They're going to draw 3, and if they have any answer to Barrow-Goyf, then I die. Because they get to attack and then deal 3. They also could have pretty much any decent creature would be a problem here. I guess the Torsten is like attacking them. Ooh, are they cracking the Waterlog Grove? Okay. That's at least a good start. I attack with Barrow-Goyf. They can block with Loot and bolt. Or they attack with Loot. I have to block with Barrow-Goyf. They can then bolt it. That's just a chump blocker. All right. Into Soul Guide. Make the Barrow-Goyf smaller. Okay. Into Time Walk? Okay, yeah, I'm dead, sure. All right. Time Walk it is, huh? All right, so going fresh start, not so much. I mean, I guess it answers Loot, kind of. No, I like where I'm at. Let's see how we can do this. Any turn 2 flashes? Okay. All right, I'm going to keep this hand. It has turn 1 Xander's Lounge, and I really hope they don't play an early Soul Guide. Because I have Entomb, Life Death, and I can try, hopefully if I find a black, I can do it in the same turn. But what I can do is I can go turn 1 Xander's Lounge, turn 2, leave up Miscalc, and then maybe cast Entomb end of turn, and then turn 3 Life Death. All right, no play on turn 1. Oh, they have Mox. Is good. It feels like. Play the Island. It's slightly better to have him play. Black Source would certainly be better, but gotta do what you gotta do. Pay the life, go. Oh no, they've gotta play. Lotus Cobra. I will miscalc the Cobra, I think. Okay. Black Source would have been nice. Let's just play the Barrow-Goyf, get this on the board, and then it's possible Barrow-Goyf can actually hit and serve the purpose of Entomb. I could mill a creature this way, but mostly I can't do it in the same turn. So I think I'll kind of want to wait a little here. Soul Guide Lantern wouldn't be the end of the world here. Uro, okay. And you got a land to put in, I assume so. All right. Mountain's really funny. Let's attack. I think I just hit for 2 here. Mill. Oh, I'll get back Subtlety or Malcolm. I'll get back Subtlety, sure. Play a land and pass with Subtlety up. And then I also have Occult Epiphany and Entomb. I've just kind of used my mana every turn, so I haven't really had a reason to do anything else. Noble? Sure. This, I don't care about Noble that much. This is that was setting up a counter on my Subtlety. I think I'm okay here. All right, so let's go Occult Epiphany. I'm just going to do it for, I'll do it for 2. And then I'll Entomb afterwards, I think. If they want to counter it, they can. Okay, and I'm going to discard Island and him. Make 2 things. Unholy Heat. The Noble. I just... oh, there's Sin. Okay. I just don't really want to go for animate into a bunch of open lands, but you know what? I'll pick up an Oculus and leave Archon in there. And I think just pass the turn. Might Entomb a Faithless Looting at some point here. I mean, they're the ones taking a bunch of damage, so they kind of have to do something. And tapping the only island, huh? I am worried about some sort of time walk deal. That could be a little bit annoying. Firebolt, okay. Galvanic Discharge. So right now there's, it's a 4/5. There's land, creature, instant, sorcery, and that's it. Looking at my deck. Wow. I can't Entomb. I don't have artifact, enchantment, or sort. If I had something to Entomb for that would save this, it would be so sick, but I don't think I do. All these are instants and sorceries, creatures. Oh, if I'd sided in Fresh Start or had Liliana in my deck, and I don't right now, right? I have both of those. All right. In that case, I guess it's done. It's done for. They're gonna chill. I guess I'll Entomb here. And hit Faithless Looting. Draw. Land would actually be pretty good. Oh, Thoughtseize is really nice. All right. Let's just do that. Mana Drain. Didn't even have a counter. All right, I'll just take the loot. Play the Oculus. I mean, this is probably game, I would imagine. Actually, hold on. Let's exile. I want to set up my graveyard for Sin the best possible. Well, Barrowglyph, pretty good against green decks, I will say that. So, opponent can play Eshki. Let's keep putting lands in the graveyard. I can also pitch Sin to Subtlety here. Oh wow, Rumble into Eshki. That's pretty good. And Mill to Bloodbraid Challenger? I mean, it's just not going to be good enough. But it was good things they were doing. I guess I could have exiled the Barrowglyph to guarantee Sin hit Archon, but I don't have a way to put Sin into play right now either, so not the biggest deal. So are they going to Eshki or are they going to Bloodbraid? They could still be Bloodbraiding. Looks like Eshki though. All right. Subtlety. And they have to put it on the bottom, I'm sure. Last card in hand is Mana Drain. Even if they drew Time Walk, I guess they could Bloodbraid into Time Walk? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they're dead. Reanimate Archon, or I guess a Life Death Archon, because that's going to end up, I think, finishing this game off better. Wow. Opening hand, Entomb Life Death, turn 7, cast Life Death after entombing for Faithless Looting. Well, that's just because the rest of my deck was kind of functioning. Now they're just dead here, so that worked out. Boom, 1-1, let's go. All right, time for round 3, and oh, look at that. Flash and Torsten in the opener. Stas does have Force of Will, so it's not a guarantee here. Ooh, and a turn 1 Tameo, and now I draw Subtlety. All right. Well, Tameo is easy enough because if Stas has Tameo going, I'm not going to be sitting around. I'm going to try to get this Torsten out pretty soon here. So let's just go land. Play Darkslick Shores. I think I just passed the turn. And let's see. Flash in Torsten here. I think so. I just don't think it gets better to wait here. All right. And I pick up a bunch of lands. It's better to pick up lands even if I end up discarding them, because I have Oculus in my deck. All right, so I have to discard Swamp, Island. I mean, honestly, I think I can just discard another land. I don't know. 2 more lands to play here over the next 2 turns seems like that's enough, and I still need a red land to cast Vivi, so I don't even think I could discard Vivi and have another land in hand, but that doesn't sound great either. So this looks good, and I have Subtlety for Stas's first Planeswalker. Stas has a bunch of those here. Okay, make a clue. I still got 7 1/1s to get in there. Stas does have balance in the deck, so I'm kind of hoping this doesn't happen right now, but has Force of Will, Mystic Confluence. Oh, cracking a clue right now? Okay. Might be missing a land drop or something? I'm not sure. I'm just going to play Island and pass. Leave up Mana Leak. I've got Subtlety. I can also cast Brazen Borrower at some point here. Unfortunately, I can't go Brazen Borrower block because then balance really gets me, so I'm just going to let Tameo do her thing for the moment. What is this? Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. I guess that's fine. And you're brainstorming, so I'm just going to Petty Theft the Tameo here. Because I can just kill Jace with my tokens now. Seems like this Mana Leak is pretty valuable. I don't know, kind of want to save it. Next turn I can also play Jace if I want, or I could leave up Subtlety. And then Stas also has to discard. Nice. What are we going to do here? Malcolm. Oh, well, that makes it easier. Attack Jace, attack Jace, attack Jace. Attack Stas, attack Stas, attack Stas, attack Stas. All right. Pass the turn. I've got Mana Leak and Malcolm up. I've got Subtlety up. I have Lethal with Mana Leak and Malcolm. Could be Balance with 3 mana up. Tameo. Okay. Crack a clue. Okay. I'm not sure what else you want here, but all right. And 8. Breezy B. I'm just going to attack first because it feels like getting Thought Seized here. And I mean, if I could, I don't really need a Thought Seize. Stas is just going to chump Brazen Bar, go to 1. Then I'm going to Thought Seize. And I mean, I think all the counters I have in hand should be more than enough to finish this off. Thoughtseize, Mystic, Confluence, Seamrip, Caracas, Wandering Emperor, Coveted Jewel. I mean, most of these don't do anything. Guess I'll just take the Wandering Emperor, sure. I mean, Balance is the card that is like the scariest, but even against Balance, I have just played Malcolm afterwards. Caracas isn't going to do much. It's kind of annoying that they have a Caracas in their deck. I have a bunch of legends here. But what is this? Draw a card X3. I mean, I guess I'll just mana leak that. I don't know. Seems like that ought to do it. Okay. Oof, got game one. I think I want Fairy Mastermind here. Unholy Heat? I don't know about all that. They have a lot of Planeswalkers. Thieving Skydiver didn't... It's got random artifacts in the deck. Maybe it's better than... Unholy Heat... Oh, Cut Down looks pretty bad. Yeah. Oh, Cut Down kills Tameo, though. I could probably take out VV. Taking out a Legend is probably good against Caracas. And I need to take out Cut Down or Unholy Heat. I don't know. Tameo's really good. I kind of don't want both in the deck. I think I'll take the Cut Down out. I hope I don't get owned. All right, on the draw here. I've boarded in a bunch of little idiot flyers. See if those do anything. Okay, so I don't have the Archon in my deck, but I have turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Entomb, Reanimate. So I imagine I'll be able to do something good. Turn 1 Tameo. Tameo Mana Crypt. What is going on here? Into Soul Cauldron? Okay. I guess I just lose? Wow. That's a beating. And I miss on Thoughtseize. This is perfect. This is just... My opening hand is literally... like, with the exception of having Archon in hand, you would just pick this hand, like, to have every game. And I'm just dead on turn 1. My opponent played their 3 spells. They even have Caracas, so I can't Entomb Reanimate anything good. Oh, this is really some incredible stuff here. Yeah. All right. And because of the Soul Cauldron, I have no moves. Caracas, go. Sure, yeah, play a Bank Buster. This is really something. Okay. So I have Petty Theft off Brazen Borrower, so I guess what I can do is I can bounce the Cauldron end of turn. The problem is I still don't have anything to animate. Because if I animate Torsten or Sin, they just get bounced by Caracas. Oh, man. Now Tameo's flipping. I don't see how I could possibly win this. Draw, sure. Okay, I mean, I guess I could Brazen Borrower the Tameo. Or I could Brazen Borrower... I think I'm actually still going to Brazen Borrower the Cauldron end of turn. And I'm just going to hope I draw Faithless Looting. Well, no, I can't even because the Marsh Flats has to get... It just doesn't do anything to Entomb here. Oh, I guess I can Entomb Oculus? Okay, sure. Oh, that's a ghost of a chance at least. Oh, that's not what I wanted to bounce. Petty Theft on Soul Cauldron. Can't believe I missed on Thoughtseize. Yeah, sure. Exile my Marsh Flats, that's fine. Draw for turn here. I guess I could upkeep Entomb Oculus because I really do need this to work. Draw. I drew Sin, that's very funny. All right. Reanimate the Oculus. Pass the turn. I guess I do have subtlety up. Sure. Okay, manifest some dread here. Yeah, we are manifesting dread. All right, lose some more flips. Dang, didn't even lose the flip. I mean, if their next play is big and I go subtlety, pitching sin, and then I have mana leak up, you know, technically could win this. It seems unlikely, but I guess. And mana leak doesn't even stop mana crypt all that well. So currently I'm attacking Tamiyo for 5 here. And they have a move. Dak Faden. Okay. If I draw a blue land, I can also at some point put a Brazen Borrower into play. Discard 2 lands. All right, well, I'm just going to kill Dak with the Oculus and hit Tamiyo for 1. It's going to be my plan. Malcolm's also a castable card. Okay. So let's go hit Dak Faden, attack Tamiyo. I guess actually Malcolm's not that good given the Caracas on the other side of the board, but what can you do? Okay, Dak's down. Pass the turn. Really don't have the best prospects here. I mean, if this mana crypt, do you lose the flip here? Nope, on the flip again. Okay. Really need to start losing some mana crypt flips. Teferi. Subtlety, exiling sin. I feel like, well, sin's not going to do anything. I'm not too worried about that. I feel like using subtlety instead of mana leak is decent here, because it also prevents them from using Bank Buster or they're tapping Caracas. Either one of those is fine. Into Soul Cauldron. Yeah, at this point, I don't care about Soul Cauldron. I get to play a Malcolm, which is nice. Draw, and because that also kills Tamiyo. Barely, but it does. Attack all creatures, Tamiyo. And then this, I mean, Faithless Looting was obviously a really bad draw, but I mean, Stas, I assume, put Teferi on top. Mana Leak can't quite kill Teferi or counter Teferi if Stas plays a land first, but I'm okay with that too. Okay, get to manifest some more dread. Balance is the card that's really going to mess me up. I guess I'll manifest a Thieving Skydiver because maybe I can flip it. Need to start losing some flips here. Okay, lost the flip. I mean, now Teferi isn't even that impressive. You Teferi the Oculus, I attack you for 6 and kill Teferi. Okay. Time Twister? Huh. Do I want to Mana Leak the Time Twister? I think I do. And Mana Leak's only going to do its thing. Like, balance is still pretty messed up, but I can't really stop that with either way. Now might as well make it only balance. Okay, balance or bust. My hand is not very good. If we win this game, I'm going to be really amused. We're very close. Stas had he gets to see 7 cards out of 30. Didn't see the balance. Oh, the Oculus. Look at that. All right, well, we won the draft. 2-1 for me was definitely good enough. We went 8-3, and all right. Entomb, you get to live to play another day. I will say Flash was really awesome because Flash is always incredible, and Entomb was not, but this wasn't the best Entomb deck or the best Flash deck. It was solid on both. I had a Reanimate and a Life Death, and a Breach and a Flash, and then 3 creatures, and then like Sin by itself isn't even that great. But I also like that I had like Barrogoyf, Oculus, Malcolm, kind of a legit secondary plan with like Subtlety, Occult Epiphany, some removal spells. Did have Thoughtseize Him, Miscalc, Mana Leak. So yeah, worked out pretty well. We will take it. And you know what? Definitely worse fates than drafting Reanimator. So I will reanimate once more next time I have an opportunity. And, well, this deck did just fine. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Got a little VV in there, though. I guess I did 1 point of damage in one turn, which was relevant. And mostly first pick and flash, still a good call. So I'll be back tomorrow. Some more Magic. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.